Hello and welcome to this week's local music show with me, Kevin Gaughan, and we've got a local veteran of the music scene, Mr. Trevor Locke, standing in for John Sinclair this week. So we'll be speaking to Trevor straight after we've heard a bit of Clubs and Carry You.
What you do to me, nobody else has to know that I'll carry you. As you wanna go, what you do to me, nobody else has to know. Love, 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 and I'll carry you as far as you wanna go. What you do to me, nobody else has to know, and I'll carry you as far as you wanna go. What you do to me, nobody else has to know.
That was Clubs and Carry You, another one of the classic bands on the scene. Trevor, what do you think about them?
Clubs, very good band, go back quite a long way, 2, 3, 4 years maybe. Very good lead singer, nice popular tunes you can remember. That's always a good thing about a band, if you can remember the tunes after you come away from the gig.
That's right. And I think over the last year or so, I think it's true to say that they're leaving the gravitational pull of the Leicester music scene, and they're actually making big noises elsewhere nationally.
Yes, a lot of bands do try to get out of Leicester once they've established themselves locally. It's true of all music artists, they do like to go on tour, but I mean, by the same token, we'll get big bands coming into Leicester on tour to play here, and we can talk about one or two of the gigs that are coming up when we've got some touring bands coming into Leicester, maybe a little bit later on in the show.
Yeah, okay. But for now, Trev, tell us a little bit about your experiences on the Leicester music scene. I mean, you've been around for about 10 years now, going to how many gigs?
About 1,000 a year, I would have thought. Rough guess. Literally, yeah.
Probably about 4 per week or something like that, isn't it?
It certainly used to be in the old days. I've had to cut down a little bit these days, but of course there's festivals as well, so you can go to a festival and see quite a lot of bands over a weekend. And mainly in Leicester, very occasionally, only very rarely do I get outside of Leicester, Birmingham, Nottingham, even down to London. I have done it in the past.
Yeah, sure. So currently, who would you say is your other bands that you've got your eyes on at the moment on the Leicester music scene?
Certainly Midnight Wire, because they're a very popular band. They've just launched an album. They had a big show at the Y Theatre in Leicester to launch their album. Also from Colville, The Bench That Rocked, which I think you might know about them. They're very good, very good band indeed. And Beneath the Lights,
they're fantastic. Yeah,
one of the bands that I do like to look at from time to time.
Yeah,
and there's a band that has just come back. When I say the band's come back, some of the musicians have come back from long, long ago. There's a band called We Are the Brave. Did their first gig at the Shed a few weeks ago, and they're actually coming back to play at the Musician on Friday the 23rd of January.
Oh, okay.
We Are the Brave have got 2 musicians in the band that I've known for many, many years, probably some of the first musicians I ever worked with. And they are at the Musician on the 23rd of January, and their type of music is pop rock.
Pop rock. Oh, right, I was going to say, yes. Oh, that sounds good. So We Are the Brave. So what other bands were they in?
The 2 musicians that are in the We Are the Brave, there's particularly Adam, who's one of the lead singers and the keyboard player, used to be in a band called Ictus, who were based in Syston, was it? No, Anstey, quite a long time ago, and the Ictus was a very popular band in the old days.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Until they split up. And now Adam popped up one night at the Shed with a new band, and I thought, oh, right, I know him from somewhere.
Okay,
so very, very good music there. Well worth going to see if you ever get a chance to see We Are the Brave.
Where was that gig again, Trev?
That's at the Musician, which is in the city centre in Leicester.
Yes, okay, and that'll be a nice evening as well. I love it down at the Musician. That was going to be another question of mine, which is your favourite venues. But before we go on to that, I'll let you collect your thoughts and think about your favourite venues. Let's play another song, Gio, shall we? Let's play, oh yes, War in the City by another one of our favourite bands, The Furies.
Oh, I love The Furies, yes.
Here's War in the City. That was War in the City by The Furies. Trev, tell me about The Furies.
Great rock band, incredibly good lead singer. Unfortunately, I think they've actually split up as a band because one of their lead guitarists left and they couldn't replace him. But in the time that they were playing, they were really, really good.
But having said that, as what often happens when one band splits up, the splinters of the band sort of either form other bands or join other bands.
Yeah.
And we mustn't forget that the classic drummer, Mr. Neil Hill from The Furies, is now in... Which band is he in, Trev? Can you remember?
I wish I could remember.
It begins with S and ends with M.
So Leicester's,
Is it?
Yeah, one of Leicester's biggest rock bands.
Just like quiz night.
That's the one. It's got 4 letters. The second letter's No, it's Scam.
Oh,
Yes,
it's gone into Scam, is it?
yes,
Oh,
yes,
right.
yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because X-Ray's left Scam. I think,
Oh,
for-
yes.
for family
Scam
reasons.
is one of the other bands that's been going for many, many years. They weren't called Scam when I started working with them, but they were one of the first bands that I ever worked with, along with Ictus.
And again, Scam, I think, have left the gravitational pull of Leicester's music scene probably a few years ago now, because they're doing really well touring over the country, aren't they? And they're supporting some big bands like The Answer, who did support AC/DC a couple of years ago. So they're supporting some significant bands now, which is really, really good. Scam, fantastic band to watch if you like your rock.
And of course, that's spelled SKAM, just in case anyone wants to look it up on the internet. SKAM.
It used to be Scam Hash, didn't it? But
Yeah,
I
they
don't
dropped
know.
the hash.
Yeah. Okay then, Trev. So next we've got coming up a little track by a young artist called Jonesy. What can you tell us about him?
Well, Jonesy is 25. He's a resident of Loughborough, and he's probably one of the most well-known rap artists. So we're changing genre here from hard rock to hip-hop. And Jonesy released an album called Stories recently, and I'd like to play you one of the tracks, if we can do that, called Mental, which is from the album, which is called Stories.
Yeah, Jonesy, and I'm back. Now I'm back, here we go now. Turn it up, this is my sound. Ripping it up, getting all psyched up. I'm gonna be blasting through your whole tight town. I'm back again, homie, did you think that I'll leave? This rap music is like the air that I breathe. Won't stop performing, won't stop rapping. The things I quit just make me wanna seize. I just put it up, anger like a bone. Scene raging out, so homie, don't perform. I'm not a quitter, I'm just a determinator. I wipe haters out like a young Terminator. I'm more determined than ever to ever I rap. Raising the game, someone giving me a clap. Yeah, yeah, now I feel wonderful. Now everybody, let's get mental. Yeah, let's get mental. Let's get mental. Yeah, yeah, let's get mental. Come on, let's get mental. I may sometimes seem a little too crazy, but that don't faze me, that's just me. The crazy Jonesy who when takes the stage can send everybody on that crazy rampage. The beat on my blows from 4.0. Let's go, and tear up the flow. Crazy solos, hands in the air. Everybody's marching like we really don't care, but no one is like me, I'm one of a kind. Like a snowflake, two are never the same. I'm alone in the game, one day I hope to have my name written in a platinum flame. Sometimes I think that my ego is so high, but I don't care, cause I have the right to be high. Cause at the moment, I'm high, not low. Actually, in fact, I feel so mental. Yeah, let's get mental. Let's get mental. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get mental. Let's get mental. Take to the stage, grab hold of the mic, let it light. Let's make something up tonight. I'm never scared to perform, never scared of myself. Everybody looks at me, thinking Jonesy needs help. Cause when I'm at a gig, I'm all over the place, going all crazy, drunk out of my face. But that's just me, I can't help being crazy. I was clueless in my brain, I'm quite dropped as a baby. Yeah, at least I'm living the life, not being bored sitting around the house. I get out there and I really don't care. People don't like me, they can move away from here. I'm here to stay, shall never go away. I keep on being me until my dying days. So what you say, should we go to the dance and live life to the full? Let's get mental. Yeah, let's get mental. Let's get mental. Come on, let's get mental. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get mental. Here I am, I'm back, crazier than ever before. Let's get mental.
and that was Let's Get Mental by Jonesy. Man, how much energy has that young chap got, Trevor?
Well, on stage, that's one of his principal features, that he does a high energy show, and I think nearly everyone that's seen him has remembered him simply from the way that he actually performs on stage. He's the kind of artist that can fill an entire festival or an arena, you know. I mean, he works best on a big stage, and we saw him at a lot of festivals. We know, for example, he's going to play Glaston Budget again this year. He's going to be on with supporting artists in May over the bank holiday.
Do you know what stage he's on at Glaston Budget?
Not yet. That hasn't been announced, but it's likely to be one of the largest stages at the Glaston Budget Festival, which is in Wimswold.
That's easy for you to say.
Wimswold.
I have to say, that's one of my favourite festivals as well.
Oh, it's a great festival.
Yeah,
I mean,
brilliant.
It's a weekend of sheer pleasure.
It is. I couldn't put it better myself. And there's a lot of local bands and a few bigger bands that are really, really good tribute acts as well, like Guns to Roses. There was ABBA, wasn't there? There was Nirvana tribute band. And Mercury as well.
Mercury's very popular. That's the Queen tribute band, Freddie Mercury.
So yes, the Glaston Budget.
Robert Plant.
The Rubber Plants. I remember that classic version of Stairway to Heaven. Really, really fantastic. True to Earth. You know, really good. If you closed your eyes, because they do tend to look the part if you're standing a long way away, don't they? But yeah, if you close your eyes, you're there with Robert Plant. And
Meatloaf was very good. They had Meatloaf on. I went and saw Meatloaf, which I think is spelt differently. It sounds like Meatloaf, but it's not spelt the same way as the original Meatloaf. But it was a very good tribute to the great Meatloaf singer.
Yes, I remember seeing them audition in the Shed. Amazing operatic qualities to the vocals. Anyway, that's Glaston Budget. Come on, we've got to go to Glaston Budget this year, hopefully. Well, in the summer, so it'll be on. It's usually the end of May, isn't it? Bank holiday.
It'll be the bank holiday weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That bank holiday weekend in May.
Okay, I look forward to that. And the other thing I was going to say about Jonesy is what I do like about him is he's an ethical rapper, isn't he?
Well, he calls himself a positive artist, and his message is positive. Rap can be a bit dark, a bit foreboding, but Jonesy has an approach to writing his lyrics that is positive, full of life and energy, and doesn't dwell on the darker side of things like some of the rappers do.
That's right. They're quite inspirational, aren't they? Because I reviewed
very inspirational artist.
Yeah. Especially Letter to Dad. That always gets you.
It always makes me cry every time I hear it.
It does. Well, it's making me hairs stand up on the back of my neck as we're talking about it. Anyway, let's move on. So we're going to play next. We're going to play a track by another one of our favourites, because I know this band as well, Midnight Wire and New York City Lies. We'll talk a little bit about those after we played the song. So here's New York City Lies by Midnight Wire.
behind closed doors, a murder plot and away we go. Time has passed so quickly, what were they really thinking? I'm better off without, and I suffered through the drought. I suffered through the drought. New York City lies, New York City lies, New York City lies, New York City lies. Mystery and infamous exploited faces in the places I walk the talk. What happened to you? You're now presenting for your loneliness. Live for inspiration, I'm glad for isolation, but something isn't right, 'cause I'm lonely through the night. I'm lonely through the night. New York City lies, New York City lies, New York City lies, New York City lies.
And that was Midnight Wire and New York City Lies. Another brilliant track. What do you reckon, Trevor?
It's one of my favourites of the current album from Midnight Wire. I have one or two favourites, I have to say.
You've got a lot of favourites.
Well, they play such good music.
Yeah.
They've written so many memorable songs. There's another one called Honey, which I particularly like.
I know. I mean, I think you're like me. Well, you are a bit like me in that I'm the same. The more of these bands you see, the more favourites you have, because there's a lot of really, really good bands on the scene at the moment. How do you think? Do you think over the last 10 years that you've been on the music scene, Trev? Do you think it's changing in any way? Or?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's changing all the time. I mean, at the moment, we seem to be on a trough rather than a peak. Somebody was saying to me earlier today, he thought things gone rather quiet on the music scene. It was difficult to tell. I mean, it's only a hunch, but certainly compared with, say, 2010, 2011, we were absolutely riding high nationally at that time. And things have perhaps subsided a little bit, but they will bounce back up again very soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. And surely, I mean, things go in cycles as well, don't they? So I think at this time of year, bands are usually tucked away in recording studios or getting ready for the festivals. And not only that, recovering from the Christmas period. So it is always generally quite quiet, isn't it, for this couple of months, until we get through to March and April.
The earlier part of the year is very quiet, but I mean, it's still going on. I mean, there are gigs all over the place every night of the week. You know, there's open mic with singers, plenty of things to do, not just in Leicester, of course, but also in other places, Loughborough, Market Harborough, Melton, Mowbray, anywhere in the county, practically, in the bigger towns, you can find live music. That's a great thing about Leicester and Leicestershire.
And we've just had, at the moment, the OBS acoustic
sessions, haven't we? Competitions at the beginning, which always happens in January. We have the
Yes,
OBS
it takes
acoustics.
place at the Musician, and the next big gigs in that series of shows called Unplugged, which is mainly for singers and acoustic artists.
That's the one that's just gone, isn't it? The unplugged one that's just gone. And
Well, it
next-
hasn't quite gone because we've
we've got the finale,
we've got
haven't we?
we got the finale
Yes.
shows. We've got the semi-finals and the final,
That's true.
which bring together the best of the bunch for all of the acts that took part in the what we call the first round heat. So that's at the Musician. That's coming up in the next few weeks.
And then after that, we've got the OBS non-acoustic, which is the full band.
The full
version.
band's showcase, original band showcase, which would be all of bands not just from Leicester but from the Midlands as well. So that'd be very interesting to see who wins that this year.
Will you be covering that in Music in Leicester, do you
I
think?
certainly will, yes.
Have you got a team of people that you use? Because, I mean, those they
Not
go
a
pretty
very
much
big
every
one, no.
day during the week for about 3 or 4 weeks, don't they, those competitions? So how do you write about them? How do you get the resources?
Well, if we're lucky, we'll get several people to go if we can book them in advance. So if there's anyone out there who wants to be a budding music journalist, wants to get their name in print on the internet, then do get in touch with us.
Via www.musicinleicester.co.uk.
That's the one, yes. We're
Or
on
our Facebook page, actually.
Twitter.
That's the thought. It's about
Yeah.
time we plugged out the show's Facebook page. If you'd like to see any or get in touch with any of the musicians on the show, or get in touch with Trev, as he just said, and also hear the podcast of this show, because the podcast will be available in a couple of days' time, visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/local music show and the number 1. So now in the studio we've got a couple of people from one of our wonderful bands, Trevor. Before I introduce you, what have you got to say on the Pale Faces, Trev?
Pale Faces, very, very talented artists who I've seen not just in this band but on stages with various other lineups as well. Always enjoyed them. Great sense of humour in what they do as well.
It is, and one of Leicester's more eclectic bands, slightly different. Would you say? Would you like to introduce yourselves, and how would you describe your music?
Sure. Hi, I'm Gary from the Pale Faces. I play the bass, and I would describe our music as incredibly psychedelic and poppy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shoegaze, electro. Janice, would you like to introduce yourself?
Music
as
to
well?
expand your mind with.
Oh, interesting.
How can I top that? Hello, my name is Janice. I am also from the Pale Faces, and I would say that our music is trash pop, experimental, acid,
Psychedelic.
psychedelic.
Yeah. And any other words you can think of? Alternative?
Nah.
Indie?
No.
You wouldn't say it's indie?
No.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
No. Oh, the devil. Oh. So
it's
guys, yes,
quite hard to do that.
welcome to the studio. And I have to say, seeing your shows, because I saw one of your shows, it was probably later on last year. You don't play that often, actually, do you, around at the moment?
Not the last 6 months.
Yeah.
No.
Is that probably when I saw you, probably about 6 months ago? You're very theatrical to watch, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A real treat for the eyes and totally absorbing,
Yeah.
which is really,
It's
really
a
enjoyable.
multi-sensory experience, Kevin.
Absolutely.
that we're offering.
I couldn't agree more. Trev, when was the last time you saw Pale Faces?
I wish I could remember. I think last year, if I'm lucky, I might have seen Pale Faces last year, possibly at the Sound House or maybe at the Shed. I can't quite remember.
That is the
Trevor,
problem.
you have to come back because
Yes,
we
indeed.
have evolved
Yes,
in a way that you can't even imagine.
good. I'm
I'd
looking
vouch for
forward
that.
to it already.
But we'll talk about your gig at the end of the week a little bit later. But first of all, why don't we play one of your songs?
Ah, sure.
Let's play Waiting to Die Blues
Let's go for it.
by the Pale Faces.
I stay up all night long, and I drink
Faces. Waiting to Die Blues by the Pale Faces. Now, there's something about that song that's quite... It seems quite simple, but there's just something I find, anyway, quite addictive and compulsive about it. And I've just got to play it again.
Are you going to?
I will do. In fact, yeah, let's play it again. Can we play it again now, Gio? No, perhaps not just now, but if you want to hear it again, that was an exclusive, wasn't it, as well? Here on the local music show, that's the first time that song's ever been played in public.
Yep, that's on an album, well, an EP actually, that will be coming out in the next week. So,
and will it be available at the gig?
it will be available online by the gig,
right.
but I don't think we'll be having physical copies of this one.
Okay.
These things cost, Kevin.
Yes, I can imagine.
We're not financed, you know.
No, I'll talk to you about your 7-inch blue vinyl in a minute, because I imagine that cost a bit as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, crikey. Waiting to Die Blues, before we complete... Well, we have already got off the subject. What was it about, Waiting to Die Blues? That sounds interesting.
Well, it's... Yeah. It's describing a real feeling that I have had, and I feel that a lot of people have had that as well. It's just, going through life, really not enjoying it too much. And
it's mediocre every day.
Yeah, and and resorting to
moaning at your boss at work without bothering to change anything.
Yeah, and as well, like really, like
drinking and
smoking. Yeah, like indulging in self-destructive behaviors. I think we can all relate to that.
Yes,
and and this keen want to stare at death in the eyes.
That's quite good stuff. I mean, now that I know that, I would like to listen to it again, because whenever I hear a song, I tend not to listen to the lyrics for some reason, but then when somebody tells me what it's about, then I listen to it again and I pick out the lyrics, and then the story unfolds.
Yeah,
it's good. So I'll listen to it especially on Friday, which I'm looking forward to. So tell me about Janice. You're wearing a rather pretty dress today.
Oh, thank you.
And can you describe it to the listeners? Because you do wear sort of far out gear, don't you? If you don't mind me saying.
Well, let me describe this outfit for you. I'm wearing some Western boots. Yeah.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're nice, huh?
Clint
Look,
Eastwood.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice
just because of Clint
leather.
Eastwood. And my dress is called Butterfly. And it's blue, and it's got...
It's blue paisley pattern.
Yeah.
Did you make that one yourself?
Oh, no. Not
No,
this one,
okay.
No. But unfortunately...
She sometimes makes her own dresses.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Especially the ones on stage.
I was going to ask about those, yeah. So the dress you're wearing, blue paisley pattern with very colourful big butterflies on them, and one great big one in sort of the middle.
Yeah.
Looking
across my chest.
Fantastic. Yes, across your chest. And when you perform, you are very theatrical, aren't you?
Yes.
I mean, I remember last time I saw you, you were wearing clothes not too dissimilar to that, very colourful, bold, flamboyant, and at the same time you're twiddling with bits of gear as well that sound absolutely wonderful on the stage.
Kevin.
All that... Am I seducing you, Janice?
Well, you're doing well.
I mean, all that must take a lot of practice to get to grips with, or does it just?
Well, I mean, we've
singing as well.
We've both been in bands for a very long time, so it took us.
We
a
don't
while.
actually rehearse very much.
No.
Really?
No, really
But
not
it's
very
like
much.
it's a journey.
Yeah,
isn't it?
a lot of the live performances are quite improvised anyway, so it doesn't require rehearsals.
So that probably adds to the appeal then, because it's spontaneous, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be different every time you sing.
So that adds to the natural flow of it.
Yeah. It's the songs are not like over rehearsed, are they?
No.
We always get a nice kick out of playing them.
Okay, well let's play another song of yours, "Girls from the Past."
It's just one girl.
Oh, "Girl from the Past."
Yes.
Would you like, before we play it, would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Well,
I don't need it.
I don't know. I'm just an ordinary woman in the 21st century, And
so it's about...
Yeah, when you meet a man, and there's always a little bit left, of someone else there.
Right.
That's what it's talking about.
This is Joy from the Heart by the Pale Faces. Trevor, would you like to ask them where they gig?
I certainly would. Tell me where the gig is taking place, which venue?
The Firebug.
Right, the Firebug is in Millstone Lane in the centre of Leicester, very big place. What time does it start?
We love the venue, don't we? As well?
We love the...
The sound's good, the light's good.
The sound is very good, actually, yes. So what time does it start at the Firebug?
About 8:30.
Half 8, yeah. Half 8.
So people need to arrive perhaps a little bit early to make sure they get in. Can they get tickets on the door?
Yes.
Oh, no, there's
you
no
don't.
tickets because it is a free.
Oh, it's a free
It's
gig.
a free event.
Ah,
So
right.
everybody,
So
Firebug free event.
free
Friday.
event, free music at the Firebug
Free music.
on Friday night. No excuse for not going there.
That's it, and a completely theatrical show. A show not to be forgotten as well.
You will
Absolutely
not regret
fantastic.
it.
And we also have Echolocation playing as well, or E-Lock as we affectionately know them.
And we're going to play a song of theirs. Before we do,
Play
just,
a song, yep.
just quickly want to tell us what your Facebook page is, how people can get in touch.
Yeah, if you want to find us, go on to Facebook / The Pale Faces, or go to Bandcamp / Good Time Recording, or Good Time. Is it? Yeah, Bandcamp / Good Time Recordings,
Yeah.
where you'll be able to download all of our albums or listen to
The
them,
Pale Faces and much more.
and much more, also from the Good Time Collective.
Excellent. So here's Noises by Echolocation, who are playing on Friday with the Pale Faces.
Yes.
À toi forever, à toi together, à toi forever, à toi together. Gnosis, prognosis, gnosis, prognosis. Part of the process. Just because I was Elvis before he was. In the great art race, what does it take to be a man? What does it take to get a hand as an also ran?
And that was Noises by
Echolocation, who are appearing with Pale Faces on Friday at Firebug at the Free Gig. And we've just googled it, and noises actually is Common Greek known for knowledge. Anyway, that was the local music show without John Sinclair, but with Kevin Gaughan. Thank you for listening, and we'll be here same time, same place next week.
Bye!
Thank you everybody for coming.
Across Northwest Leicestershire on 99.2 FM and online at hermitagefm.com. This is Hermitage FM News.
From the Sky News Centre at 7, after more than 40 years, The Sun seems to have quietly got rid of its topless pictures on page 3. There's been no official statement, but the paper's been under increasing pressure to drop the feature from campaigners who say it's sexist and outdated. There have been no topless photos printed in the tabloid since Friday. Model booker Isabel Allen thinks it's a bad move.
That's absolutely ridiculous. These girls choose to do it. It's a career choice. At the end of the day, it's a job. They get paid for it. It's nothing seedy about it.
A British jihadist who faked his own death so he could return to the UK undetected has admitted 4 terrorism offences. Imran Khawaja posed in Syria with gruesome images before trying to slip back into the country unseen. Japan's Prime Minister says 2 of his country's hostages threatened with death by Islamic State fighters must be freed. The militants say the pair will die within 72 hours unless a ransom demand of $200 million is paid. It appears to be a response to Japan promising aid to countries fighting IS. Professor John Gearson, a lecturer in security, says handing over ransoms sets a dangerous precedent.
It is undoubtedly the case that the sums paid for international hostages, which run into the low millions, no terrorist organisation can ignore that sort of income flow. The United Nations and the G8 believe that ransom demands are one of the key sources of finance for many of the world's terror organisations.
A father who took ecstasy with his teenage daughter then failed to get her medical help has been jailed for 5 years and 4 months for manslaughter. Jason Wilkes from Ashford in Kent didn't take 17-year-old Chloe to hospital for more than an hour after she complained of feeling unwell. Coronation Street actress Anne Kirkbride will be remembered at tomorrow's National Television Awards. Filming of the soap has been suspended today to allow cast and crew to mourn her death. Football, and Liverpool and Chelsea kick off in the next hour in the League Cup semi-finals. Anfield hosts the first leg in the Scottish Premiership. Inverness hope to go third with a win over St Johnstone. That's the latest. I'm Emma Jones.
Hermitage FM Weather.
Just gone 7 o'clock here on Hermitage FM, the 99.2 Hermitage FM. Big thank you to Kevin Gaunt and me sitting in for John Sinclair there on the local music show. The weather forecast for our area, well, if it hasn't snowed yet up your street, well, maybe tonight, maybe the night it does happen. Cold and cloudy with outbreaks of snow arriving across the hilly parts of our area, where further significant accumulations are likely. Some snow spreading into the south of our county and east through the night. Tonight's minimum temperature for Ashby, Ibstock and Colville is 0 degrees Celsius, which of course is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow, Wednesday, cold again with icy patches, outbreaks of sleet and snow through the morning, could settle in places, most likely on